completely different.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Lil Durk might be the stupidest person ever. I grew up in Chicago. I loved Chicago rap between maybe when I was born in 1993 until about 2017 when they all got lazy. But early Lil Durk with some really good music. This Ain't What You Want, Right Here, Clout. But now Lil Durk's in a little bit of trouble, and I hope it was worth it. I don't personally idolize these rappers, but a lot of people idolize these gangster rappers. And then it's like guys like Young Thug and Lil Durk. Like, you're getting life in prison. That's pretty lame.
Lil Durk is facing legal issues. The rapper, whose real name is Dirk Devontae Banks, was arrested October 24th in Broward County, Florida, by U.S. Marshals on pending charges of murder.
Getting taken in by the U.S. Marshals is not good.
In Broward County, Florida, by U.S. Marshals on pending charges of murder for hire, according to police records. His arrest comes 1 week after the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California unsealed an indictment that charged 5 people with ties to the hip-hop group Only the Family, which he founded in 2010.
Yeah, that group is terrible. They make like 30 songs that are all like a minute and a half, and it's like, man, you used to make really good songs 12, 13 years ago. Now it's garbage.
Co-conspirators in the 2022 killing of an individual only named as SR in Los Angeles, according to documents obtained by NBC News.
No, not SR.
However, it's unclear if Banks's recent arrest is connected with this case.
Probably. I don't know, man. Obviously, Chicago, you're kind of born into crime if you're from a bad neighborhood, but don't you want freedom? Lil Durk was just in Power Book 2 in the last few episodes. He makes music that is not good anymore, but he gets a lot of listens. And I know their friend King Von was killed 4 years ago in November. But, like, is it worth it? Really?
Kayvon London Grant, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, Keith Jones, David Brian Lindsay, and Asa Houston were
A bunch of names there. I bet they use rapper names because those names are geeky.
Indicted on charges including conspiracy and use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire resulting in death.
Yeah, that's what happens. Murder for hire. I didn't know it results in death. Duh.
Use, carry, and discharge of firearms and machine gun, as well as possession of such firearms in furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death. The filing alleged that the target of the attack was intended to be someone named TB due to
Yeah, so they might have got the wrong person. You can't even do it right. You can't make good music, and you can't even do a hit right.
his involvement in the 2020 killing of someone named DB on the same day of the
She's getting the info wrong.
incident. Multiple outlets reported that OTF rapper King Von, real name Davon Bennett, was killed outside of an Atlanta nightclub
What she got wrong was she said someone named DB, but that's King Von.
after an altercation with rapper Quando Rondo, whose real name is Taekwon Terrell Bowman,
I like Rajon Rondo better than Quando Rondo.
and his associates. At the time, police told NBC News in a statement, "Our investigators believe Mr. Bennett was shot during the initial shootout between the two groups of males prior to police responding and attempting to stop the shooting."
Yeah, I don't get it. I didn't come from crime. I came from the suburbs, and I used to be really stupid. I used to. Get it? I used to drive through the bad neighborhoods, Black, where Chief Keef is from, and those ghetto neighborhoods, it's crazy. You'll be in downtown Chicago, and it's all nice, and then you go 20 minutes south, and lock your doors.
E! News has reached out to reps of Banks and has not yet heard back.
Every E! News clip is like, we reached out, and they never hear back. It's like, maybe you should stop reaching out.
As well as Broward County officials, and has not yet heard back.
I feel like TMZ gets better info. I feel like they hear back more than E! News. I feel like E! News sends an email and they're like, hey, can we get some info? But TMZ like gives money.
The defendants named in the indictment have not retained counsel. Tension between the two groups has risen since the 2020 death, which prosecutors allege was the catalyst for the 2022 killing. The suspect in Bennett's death, who was an associate of Bowman's according to the indictment, had all the charges dropped from the incident last year.
Here's what I don't get. Okay, I get that a lot of the rappers from Chicago, Chief Keef, Lil Durk, Rest in peace, Lil JoJo, who got whacked like 12, 13 years ago. But I get that you come from crime because that's kind of what's in the bad neighborhoods. But don't you want to like end it and just like not leave your mansion and make money? Lil Durk makes great money. I believe he has a kid. He's got girlfriends. And then you go to kill somebody. I know your dude was killed, but it's like, is it worth it? I know there's pride. And I know I'm not in a gang, so I don't really get it. But it's like, isn't the whole point is to get out of the bad neighborhood and then never return? I don't know. Food for thought.
As the newly unsealed indictment SR murder case alleges, an unnamed co-conspirator, part of the OTF, stated they would pay a bounty or monetary reward to anyone who took part in the killing.
I love hearing this reporter say OTF. She sounds so Caucasian.
Of TB following DB's death. In August 2022, gunmen opened fire on TB's car with him, his sister, and SR inside at a gas station in West Hollywood. While he and his sister were uninjured, his cousin was struck multiple times and died from his injuries.
Here's the thing. It's got to be crazy being like a gangster rapper or even just like a gangster, and you got to always look over your back to make sure you're not killed.
According to the documents, although only initials are used throughout the document, on the same day at the 2022 incident, Bowman was the victim of a shooting where his cousin Lil Pub, whose real name is Xavier Robinson, was
I love how he's got a nickname and it's like Xavier Robinson.
killed, the Chicago Tribune reported. Prosecutors accused the defendants of using coded language to tell their alleged co-conspirators that they would be rewarded for the murder. They also accused the defendants of using OTF resources to facilitate the incident. The indictment reads, on August 18, 2022, defendant Wilson recruited defendants Jones and Lindsay to travel to California for the purpose of murdering TB and helped facilitate such travel by, among other things, texting co-conspirator 3 biographical information about defendants Jones and Lindsay so that co-conspirator 3 could book flights to Southern California. Just a month before Banks' arrest, the rapper expressed gratitude for a new chapter in his life and shared that his legal trouble was behind him.
Yeah. Why would you think that? You got somebody murdered. It's going to come back to get you.
Banks was previously charged with attempted murder in connection with a 2019 shooting in Atlanta. Among the charges were aggravated assault, participation in criminal street gang activity.
This makes me feel like such a wimp. Like here I am arguing with other podcasts that we would never say to each other's face. And then you got people actually killing each other.
Possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, as well as possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, according to an official filing from the Fulton County District Attorney's Office per Rolling Stone.
Oh, wow. It makes me really grateful that I don't commit crimes.
Happy hour. Happy hour.